It's the Bills and the Patriots, and it's coming up next.
The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Bills have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the ground once more, it's Davis. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. They'll go again with Davis. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Slot man in motion left. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Ray Davis. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. Sending a receiver right. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
It's the tight end Henry in motion. Off the play fake. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now a timeout called by the defense. A 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now, players shaken up after that play, and it's Brock Purdy who needs some assistance. On 4th down, Bryce Behringer out to punt for New England. Taken at the 19. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Allen going to give this to Davis. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give to Davis. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. And this will not be a spike. He faked it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
3rd and a yard. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He'll get this into the hands of K.J. Hamler. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Trying to find Ray Davis out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They motion the slot man left. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the handoff, it's Davis. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Play action. It's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angled throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Davis. And they've got it on the ground. The mark will come at the 13, but it's a new set of downs. 1st down picked up.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Bill.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. They'll motion over Samuel. And that is not going to work out as planned. It's a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Alert!
Slot man in motion left. And he'll take it on in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Marcus Jones now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's good for the Patriots.
He'll look to throw. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Stevenson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Patriots first down.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the Bills' 25-yard line.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from 52 yards away. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On 1st down, it's Davis. The ball's out, and the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good
They'll run on first down with Stevenson. That's powerful running, lowers the shoulder, and picks up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now some movement up front, flags down, mistake filled first half continues. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. It is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's got his big tight end. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bills have got it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Davis. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the ground, this is Davis. And he's up past the 35. Got a first down. Put him down at the 37. Here's Davis. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down up past the 35. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll try to set up the screen to Stevenson.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw yet again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. They'll look to set up the screen here. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. That one on target, and Polk's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5. but it will keep the drive going. Back to the air one more time. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This from 34 yards. Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Patriots get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now Allen looking downfield for Coleman. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Well, this snow not abating at all. If anything, might be coming down a little bit harder as we are underway here in the third. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll run. It's Davis. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
This is Davis. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Here's second and 9. On the ground once more, it's Davis. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Now it's Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he's going to have the Bills' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. Off the play fake, here's Allen. work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one. They let him off the hook.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Davis. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7. Allen. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. To the goal line and in. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Buffalo.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Makes the score Bills 21, Patriots 3. Tyler Bass to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Jones now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion.
At the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Powell. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll try to run for it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 35, this a 4th, and this is blocked.
And that's just a really good effort there. Remember, if he misses the ball and he runs into the kicker, that's an automatic 1st down, but he doesn't. Not only does he get through almost untouched, he's able to get a hand on it and block the kick.
The Bills offense and their running back Ray Davis getting ready to roll. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. On first down, it's Allen. Right side, called in by Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Hey, tight. 56. Look out.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. That's complete to Coleman. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Josh Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try to sneak it here and take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down.
Regular. That's it.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
On 52. Look out.
Allen gonna give this to Davis. Now a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Let's go. Check go.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Go.
Receiver in motion, headed left.
Go.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's gonna get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains. Back to throw. Has completed to Douglas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Patriots first down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Juju. Still going. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. And they'll run it here with Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across.
Defense.
Setting up 2nd and goal. So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. That's going to be caught. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on down. They'll run it with Davis. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? So that'll cost them half the distance. On the ground, it's Davis. Good recovery after the penalty. He's back within a couple of yards of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Davis. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Bills' 1st down.
A run here with Davis. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains. Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing now. Allen here on 1st down. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw again, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. They'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Pass, right side, taken by Baker. He's still on his feet. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways.
And he's in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
On 1st down, it's Davis. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now, a give to Davis. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. On the handoff, it's Davis. Trying to tiptoe around the defenders there. He'll wind up with a gain of 5. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
This one, downfield, looking for Henry. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. He's going to look downfield once again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete. Now, a big 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So a road win here for the Bills, and it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.